Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Today is Monday, November 18th, and I am back with another weekly reading vlog. I haven't filmed one in a while, and I haven't been filming any videos at all in a while, so I thought I'd kind of get back into the swing of things through doing a weekly reading vlog. It's also currently about 6:50 in the morning. It's super early. I work from 8:30 to 5:30, so I'm about to leave my house in maybe like 30 minutes. I really haven't been feeling very motivated to film lately. I have been on Booktube for almost 6 years now, and I've just been feeling stuck. And also I have been going through some life changes. I left my previous job in early October and I just started a new job in November. So I didn't have a job throughout October, and I was posting consistently throughout that month, but once I started that new job I didn't really have the energy to film. Since my new job starts at 8:30, I usually wake up at 5:45 just so I can get ready, have time to eat breakfast, and then have time to commute to work. And this just brings me back to high school, because even college I never woke up at 5:45 unless I had an 8:30 class, and that was just one semester. This is literally my schedule. I wake up, I eat breakfast, I go to work, and then at 5:30 I get off work, I get home, I eat dinner, I take a shower, and then I go to sleep. That's pretty boring, and so that's why I haven't been feeling the need to vlog. But because I work downtown and I take public transportation to get there, I do feel like I'm reading a lot more than I used to. So yeah, this is my third week into my new job. I'm really liking what I'm doing, and all my coworkers are super nice and welcoming, and it's been really great to kind of get back into the swing of things, because all throughout October I really wasn't doing much. So it's nice to feel that I kind of have a purpose again, if that makes sense. So let's start talking about what I'm currently reading. I started a book on Friday, and that was The Toll by Neal Shusterman. This is the third and final book in the Scythe trilogy, which isn't called Scythe. I think it's called Arc of a Scythe or something like that. This is just a dust jacket because I'm currently reading it and I don't like reading it with the dust jacket. I'm sure most of y'all can relate. I'm currently on chapter 12, and that is on page 125. This is a thick book, so I feel like I'm going to spend most of the week reading this. But since I take the train now, I do most of my reading on the train, and it's really nice because by the time I get home I just don't have the energy to read. I am actually buddy reading this with Trin from Transformers, so definitely check her out if you're not already subscribed. We buddy read Thunderhead together, which was the second book, and now we're buddy reading the third book. I was having a hard time getting back into the story for the first 70-ish pages. I was kind of bored because we were reading from characters that I didn't really care about, but I get that those characters were important in leading up to the characters that I did want to read about. I don't really have much to say about this because I'm not super far into it, and I'm sure that a lot of shit is going to go down later on. I don't even know how long this book is. It's like 600 pages. I don't want to spoil myself. I'm like terrified. It is a bit over 610 pages, so this is going to take me a while to get through. But I do want to talk about a book that I recently finished last week, and that is right over here. It is Supernova by Marissa Meyer. This is the third and final book in the Renegades trilogy. I can 100% say that Renegades is one of my all-time favorite trilogies. I just love these books so much, and Supernova was definitely not a disappointment. I don't think it's my favorite in the trilogy, but I did really enjoy it, and the epilogue still has me shook. So if anyone has finished Supernova, feel free to send me a message on Twitter or Instagram to talk more about this book, because I need to talk about it with someone. If you have not picked up Renegades, I would highly encourage you to do so. So yeah, that's my little Renegades spiel for the day. So I'm going to head out for work pretty soon, so I'm going to stop vlogging. I'll definitely check back in with y'all later on tonight when I'm finally home. So the lighting here is atrocious, but I'm heading out for work, so I'm going to start packing my backpack. So this is the backpack that I use for work, and it pretty much fits everything that I need. I have this little tote bag just so I can put my water bottle in it, because I don't want this to accidentally leak or spill in my backpack, so I just put in a tote bag just in case. Obviously I'm going to bring the toll with me, so I'm going to put that in the front pocket. And then I have my lunch bag with me. I just carry it separately because it doesn't quite fit in my backpack. That's pretty much it. Such riveting content. I hope you enjoyed that. It's 7:30 p.m. I got home like 40 minutes ago. I just finished eating dinner, and I'm gonna go take off my makeup and take a shower pretty soon. But I wanted to give a quick update on where I'm at with the toll. Let me just go grab my book real quick. I'm on chapter 18, which is on page 197. So I read almost 75 pages so far today. I could have read a little bit more this morning, but when I was sitting on the train, there was someone sitting directly next to me, and that person was talking on the phone. So as I was trying to read, I just couldn't help but overhear this person's conversation, and it wasn't interesting at all, but it was very distracting. So it was hard for me to stay focused on the book, and I do want to keep this vlog spoiler free, so I'm not going to go too in depth about my thoughts on this book. There is one character in here that I really hate, and I can't even name that character because it would be a spoiler. But if you've read Thunderhead, then you probably have a good idea who this character is. I know this is kind of disappointing to say, but I'm already almost 200 pages into this and I'm not loving it. Each book there are new characters' point of views being added, and quite frankly I don't care. My thoughts might change later on, but I just don't care about these characters at the moment. I know that they're important in the grand scheme of things, so I'm going to push on. I remember when I picked up Scythe, I got through it pretty quickly and it was a pretty easy read, but for some reason I'm just having a more difficult time getting through this book. I don't know where Trin is at with this book, but I was ahead of her this morning, so I know she's trying to catch up, so I don't want to read too far ahead. So I'm going to continue this tomorrow morning. So before I go take a shower, I do want to share a book that I received from Source Books recently in the mail, and that book is Belle Revolt by Lindsay Miller, and this is a standalone fantasy book where two young women must trade lives, work together to stay alive, and end a war caused by magic and greed. I just pulled up the email that I received, and I wanted to mention that there are various types of relationships and sexualities that are given a positive representation, including powerful platonic relationships, multiple lesbian romances, and characters who are trans, non-binary, and asexual. That sounds amazing, and I'm so excited to see this representation in the story. Definitely keep this book on your radar, add it to your TBR. Hi everyone, so it's Tuesday now. It's pretty much the same time as it was yesterday morning, so it's about 6:50 a.m. I didn't do any reading last night, and I don't think I'm going to be reading The Toll today because I do want to wait for Trin to catch up. That means I gotta pick up a new book, and I'm going to show you all what book I'm going to pick up, so come along with me to my bookshelves. I'm going to... Oh no! R.I.P. Pikachu.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So I'll be picking up On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. This is her second book. This book came out earlier this year and I haven't gotten around to picking it up, so I'm finally doing it. I actually was able to check out an ebook version from the library, so I'm going to be reading it on my Kindle, which is nice because it'll save me room in my backpack. I don't know too much about this book, but all I know is that it's kind of set in the same world as The Hate U Give, but it follows this main character named Bree, and she is an aspiring rapper, and she gets involved with some sort of controversy with one of her raps, and that's pretty much all I know about the story. I'm sure once I get a little bit further into it, I'll go more in depth about the synopsis, but I am really excited to pick this book up, and my arm is dying right now, so... It's about 8 p.m. I got home from work 7 p.m., which was kind of late than usual, but I just got out of the shower and I wanted to give an update about where I'm at with On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. I technically started this book last Thursday, I believe, but I only read the first chapter, which was about 18 pages, and I'm now on chapter 7, and that's on page 90, so I read about 72 pages today, and I think that's pretty good. I'm getting through this book pretty quickly. I definitely want to give trigger warnings for this book regarding racism, racial profiling, and I'm sure there's going to be some other things that will come up later in the book. There's also mention of the officer shooting that happened in The Hate U Give. I'm really liking Bree's character, and I like her two best friends. One of them is gay, and she does have a crush on the other best friend. I also really like her mom. Her mom is in recovery from drug addiction, and she just seems like a very wise person. We also see Bree's relationship with her mom's sister, aka her aunt, and I'm a little bit skeptical about this relationship. I just feel like something bad is going to happen to the aunt, or something's going to kind of threaten or hurt Bree's relationship with her aunt. So that's pretty much my thoughts on this book so far. I haven't read anything from The Toll today because I wanted to take a break from it, so I'm most likely going to pick it back up tomorrow. Usually I don't switch back and forth between reading different books unless it's like a physical book versus an audiobook, but I didn't want to read too far ahead, and I wanted Trin to be able to catch up because I know she's in school and she's a pretty busy gal. I might read, no, I'm not gonna read before going to bed, honestly. It's Wednesday now and it's about 7 a.m. I'm going to leave my house pretty soon. I really don't have much of an update since I didn't read anything last night. I am going to continue reading The Toll today, so I am going to take a break from reading On the Come Up. Now you all see how boring my life is because all I do is go to work and come back home. But I do have plans this weekend, so hopefully later on in this vlog there will be some more exciting footage if I remember to vlog, because usually when I'm with friends I forget to vlog. So stay tuned for that, but in the meantime I will check back in with y'all as soon as I get back home from work. I am home from from work. It's about 6:49 p.m. and my mom is currently heating up some spaghetti for me for dinner. So I'm going to eat that, watch some YouTube videos, and then take a shower. By now y'all should know my routine, but I did get through a good chunk of the Toll today. I read about 100 pages. I'm like on page 290 something. There's a lot that I want to talk about, but I really can't say anything without giving away spoilers. This whole trilogy builds up all these religious parallels, and it's really interesting to see it play out in this world. So not gonna lie, I'm slightly offended my mom gave me a fork instead of a pair of chopsticks. So it's Thursday now, it's 7 a.m. I don't have an update to give since I didn't read anything since my last update, but I'm sure once I get home I'll have more to talk about. It is raining today, which sucks, so I'm going to go head to work and I will check back in with y'all soon. I'm home now. I actually got home a little bit early. I got home like around 6:35-ish, which is not much of a difference than the time that I usually get home, but it makes a huge difference. I finished dinner before 7 p.m. I still need a shower, but Grey's Anatomy is on tonight, so I'm going to be watching that and I'll shower afterwards. I feel like I'm one of the few people who still continue to watch Grey's Anatomy, and when I do get the chance, I watch it as it airs on TV. I did read a little bit of both The Toll and On the Come Up, so I'll talk more about that after I shower because I want to focus on watching this TV show. It's currently on its commercial break. Today was definitely a very busy day at work, but tomorrow is Friday and I'm definitely looking forward to that.
No problem. Well, we already started.
I'm crying because of Grey's Anatomy. That's all I have to say. So now that I'm out of the shower, it's time for a little update about where I'm at with the books that I'm reading. With The Toll, I'm currently on page 328. So I'm a little bit over halfway done with this book. I'm definitely hoping to finish it this weekend. I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see. I am nervous for some of the characters, but I'm also still not loving this book. So far, I just think it's okay. That's kind of my enjoyment level of the book. It's just okay. I don't hate it. I don't love it. And that's just not how I expected this book to turn out. Hopefully the second half might redeem it a little bit more, but that's kind of how I'm feeling at this moment. Basically what I did today, on my way to work, I was reading The Toll, and then on my way home from work, I picked up On the Come Up. So I'm on chapter 10, which is on page 130. So last I remember I was on page 90, so I read 40 pages on my way home from work. And so far I really like Ray's relationship with her mom and her brother. Definitely still unsure about her relationship with her aunt. Her aunt is a drug dealer, and considering the fact that Ray's mom used to be addicted to drugs, that just kind of put some red flags right there. So that's pretty much my update on my reading for the day. I am going to go lie in bed. I'm probably gonna watch some Netflix. I am currently binge watching Blacklist. It's a really good show, and there's definitely a lot of secrets that I'm waiting to be revealed, but I really like it and I would definitely recommend it. The very first episode will definitely make you want to continue watching. I will say that it is one of the best first episodes I've ever seen, and now I'm almost done with season 2. I mostly watch these episodes during my lunch break. The thing that sucks about my work location is that for some reason there's like no Wi-Fi in the building and there's no signal either. So when I'm eating lunch, I can't access the internet. I can't access YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. So I have to download the episodes on my phone, and thank God for Netflix for allowing that ability to download episodes. Because I do my reading on the train, I don't want to spend my lunch break reading a book unless I'm like super invested in the story. It's Friday now, so happy Friday. And in my workplace on Fridays we have casual Friday, so we get to wear jeans to work, which is super nice. Fridays are usually less busy for me, but hopefully the day goes by quick because I'm ready for the weekend to begin. I will check back in as soon as I get home from work. I'm home. It's about 6:25, and on Fridays, I forgot to mention earlier, we get out at 5 instead of 5:30, and now I'm eating some leftover Chipotle that I had from lunch today. So yeah, living the life. I'm really excited about my plans tomorrow, but I won't talk about that until tomorrow, so y'all just have to wait and find out in a couple of minutes. So now I'm going to finish eating my Chipotle, and I'm going to continue either watching YouTube videos or Blacklist. So this is my leftover lunch. I ordered a burrito bowl, and it was seriously so packed. I never had a bowl as packed packed as the one that I had earlier for lunch. So I definitely have enough to fulfill me for dinner, which is super nice. Usually I order chicken, but I decided to get the veggie bowl instead because I wanted to get free guac. So I ordered lettuce, corn, the mild salsa, the fajita veggies, cheese, and sour cream. So that's my Chipotle order. Usually I get chicken, but this time I decided to opt for the guac and the fajita veggies, and it's really good. So I just took off my makeup because I was gonna go shower, but then I figured I might as well talk about my thoughts on The Toll so far. There is definitely a lot happening in the book. I know I already talked about it earlier, but there's just a certain character that I really hate. And this character is just doing a lot of things that I don't agree with, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't believe that this character did that. Now I'm on page 396, so hopefully I'll get a little bit of reading done tonight since it's Friday and I don't have to wake up early for work. But because my body is used to waking up so early, my body would probably naturally wake up around 7 a.m. We'll find out tomorrow what time I wake up at. If I do start reading this book later tonight, I will definitely let y'all know. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday now. Unsurprisingly, I woke up around 7 a.m. and then I was on my phone for like 30 minutes. I'm out of bed now. I'm ready to get the day started. First, I'm going to start editing this video that you're watching. I feel like editing this vlog might take up a good chunk of my morning, so I wanted to do that because I do hope to upload it pretty soon. I do have plans later today, and I'll talk more about that as the day goes on. So I'm currently editing this vlog. I have edited about 10 minutes so far, but now I'm going to take a break because it's like 10:15 and I'm feeling a little bit tired, so I might get some reading done right now. When you're trying to nap in the middle of the day, yet your parents are moving furniture upstairs in the living room, which is directly above your bedroom, and love that for me. It's about 1:20 now. I finished getting ready. I'm about to leave my house in like 10 minutes. I'm meeting up with a friend and we're gonna go see Frozen 2 in theaters. So I'm super excited about this because I've heard really great things about the second movie. After the movie, we're gonna go get dinner. We're gonna go get sushi, which is my favorite. And after that, we're gonna go to the Christkindlmarket, which is this German Christmas market that's located downtown. So that'll be really fun. Can't forget to pack some tissues because I know that I'm just gonna cry my eyes out. Alright, so I'm finally home and it's about 8:43 p.m. So first off, Frozen 2, I really enjoyed that movie. Definitely cried multiple times. I do like the first movie more than the second one, but I still really enjoyed the second one and I'm ready to have all those songs stuck in my head for a while. We went to this theater that had recliner seats and it was really nice being able to watch a movie and being able to sort of lie down. After the movie, my friend and I went out for dinner. We went to this restaurant called Rio Sushi, which was located downtown, and it was pretty good food. We ordered 4 rolls and an appetizer, and my favorite rolls were the Chicago roll and the salmon avocado roll. The salmon avocado roll is a pretty basic roll. As you can tell, there's salmon and avocado in it, and it's one of my go-to rolls. Like, I love any sushi rolls that have at least salmon or avocado in it. But after dinner, we took a quick train ride to go to CHRISTKINDLMARKET, which is located right outside of the Daily Center. It's like a German-inspired holiday market, so there's a lot of German food there, but it's also pretty well known for their mugs, and every year there's a different mug, and this year it was a little boot mug. This is the mug that I got last year, and last year was my first time going to CHRISTKINDLMARKET despite living in Chicago my entire life. So I'm definitely making it a tradition with my friends to go every year now. I have all the letters from my letterboard in here, but it's heart-shaped, which is super cute. And so this is the mug this year. There's like the Chicago flag, and then I believe it's the German flag over here, and it's just super cute. Honestly, CHRISTKINDLMARKET is just super crowded, so it's very hard to kind of navigate around it, and it's not my favorite place to be at. but it's still fun to go with friends, try the hot chocolate, and collect these mugs. It's not just food there are shops around that sell holiday items such as ornaments, and there was one ornament shop that we went to that had beautiful ornaments made of glass that were also really expensive, but it was really nice looking around. If you happen to be in Chicago during the winter time, I'd recommend checking it out. Alright, so I just finished hanging out with my friend. It's about 8 p.m. and I parked around her house before taking the train to go meet her downtown, just because it was more convenient for me that way. So now I'm going to drive home. I did get a little bit of reading done because I didn't meet my friend at her house, even though I drove to her house to park my car. She had to go to the Apple store to purchase something, so I met her at the theater instead. So on the train ride to go to the theater, I did a little bit of reading. I was on page 130 and now I'm on page 155, so I read 25 pages, which isn't that much, but I'm glad I was able to squeeze some reading in for it on the come up. And with the toll, I'm on page 451. So I think this morning I was previously on page 396. So I did read about 54 pages from the toll. As you saw earlier, I did take a 1-hour nap, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Since it's getting late, I need to start taking off my makeup and take a shower because I need to wash my hair. If I do get some reading done tonight, then I will vlog that, but if not, then I will see you tomorrow morning. Alright, so it is Sunday now. It is 9:30 in the morning. I am continuing editing the vlog that you're watching. I have currently edited about 16 minutes of it so far, so I am almost done with it. I still have to import some footage from my iPhone that I took because I just don't think it's worth bringing my vlog camera to work when I don't vlog at work. So I just vlog certain clips on my iPhone instead. So I just gotta import those clips, import the rest of my Saturday vlog clips, and then continue vlogging throughout this day and finish editing that. I also might take a break soon so that I can continue reading because I do want to finish the toll today. So I just made an iced green tea latte and it's delicious. Now I'm going to continue reading the toll. I'm currently on page 558, so I have less than maybe like 70 pages left. I did take a break for a couple of hours just to catch up on some YouTube videos, and now I'm going to get back into reading. Yes, alright, so I'm on page 600 and I had a feeling that this person would be the person to stop the person that I hate. Yeah, I know, that sounded very vague. Like I said earlier, I didn't want to name names just because that in itself would be spoilery. I finished the toll. I don't know. I'm not satisfied. Alright, so I have finished the toll and I wanted to briefly wrap up some of my thoughts. This book is 625 pages and frankly it's just way too long. As this whole trilogy progresses, we are introduced to a lot of new characters, and most of these new characters I just didn't care about. For example, in Thunderhead we're introduced to this character named Grayson, and I really did not care about Grayson all throughout Thunderhead, and I do admit that he has definitely grown on me in the toll, but there's just a bunch of other characters that I didn't care about. Because this book is told through multiple point of views and we're constantly jumping back and forth from different point of views, I just felt really distant from all of the characters, especially Rowan and Citra. I just felt like they weren't important to the story anymore, even though they were. We go from the very first book where the story centers around Rowan and Citra, and by the time we get to the third book, the story has definitely expanded and we have all these new characters that do play an important role in the grand scheme of things, but I just didn't care about them. And I know I've said that so many times, there's just no other way for me to describe how I feel about them. I don't quite know what it was, but I just wasn't a fan of the writing in this story. I do think the author does a really great job at having all these characters connect with each other at the end, but the buildup of all of that just felt dragged out and boring. And going back to Rowan and Citra, they were essentially separated from each other for a majority of this book and even in Thunderhead. And I did mention this in my wrap-up of Scythe, but the romance is definitely the weakest part of this whole trilogy, and because Rowan and Citra have just been separated from each other for way too long, I just don't feel that attachment to their romantic relationship anymore. And it is a bookish pet peeve of mine when the main love interests are separated from each other for a majority of the story and then they get back together right at the very end. Personally, not a fan of how that kind of played out in this book. Unfortunately, this book is my least favorite in the trilogy and I don't quite know what to rate it yet, but definitely nothing more than 3 stars. I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog. I know it was kind of boring because all I did was go to work and then come home. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog and I will see you next time. Bye!